BamTime to shine. Babies before marriage. Is it bad or good? BamTime podcast edition. Let's get into it. It's your time. It's his time. It's Bam's time. Bam's time to shine. Your time to shine too. Yes, you. Check this out, man. Babies before marriage. Good or bad? Listen, straight up bad. Don't do it. I'm gonna say this to say this. Are there people out there who are making it work? Yes. Are there people who are making co-parenting situations work? Yes. Are there people out there who are making the step parent shit work? Yes. Are there people out there who are making whatever situation that's a small whatever work? Yes. That's not what I'm saying. You get what I'm like? That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, don't deliberately put yourself in that situation. Because I'm 23, right? For my new subscribers, I'm 23. I come from a time where people around my age, maybe a little older, mostly even pretty much the people 30 and under, are all have, like, not all, but a lot had the mindset of you don't have to be together to have a baby. That marriage is, people divorce. I act like people don't break up. Duh. Yes, people break up. Duh. I know that. But what I'm saying is that you gotta understand, there's a possibility to everything. Somebody watching this hates their mother because their mother stole from them. Somebody watching this hates their dad because their dad did something to them. Like, you never know. Somebody out there does not like their parent or their brother, their cousin, or because of some diabolical ass shit that their family did to them. There's a possibility with everything. So we gotta stop throwing that. We gotta stop using that. You act like you can't get cheated on when you're married. Like, yes, we know there's a possibility to everything. You feel me? But I'm just going, me personally, I want to get married before I have a kid. I want to have, like, I'm not finna fall for the whole a marriage doesn't mean anything. I know that's the kind of the lane that they try to push, this narrative they try to push, you know, especially with certain podcasts, they try to push like a marriage doesn't mean anything, but it really does, you know. And me personally, I'm a family man. You know, it probably don't seem like it to some, you know, to actual family, because I'm not too close with all my family, which is what made me a family. I want to have my wife, my kids, all of us together. You feel me? I want us to be like this. You feel me? So that's my aim. For what I've seen, most people, at least that I know, that are in co-parenting situations, the fam, it's I'm not gonna say it's a mess. They're making it work, but it's just not what they want it to be. It's never gonna be 100% of what you want it to be, ever. Nothing. You get what I'm saying? But the whole goal is to get closer to what you want it to be. So whatever close, 80%, 75 to 80% of what you want, that's good. A lot of the co-parent situations I know, that shit ain't at no damn 75, 80. That shit's at a 40% of what they probably would want it to be. You know, and 9 times out of 10, when you do have kids, just with, like, I saw a video with Drea Michelle. She said she's very untraditional. And that's cool in certain areas, I guess. She said she doesn't feel like if you want to have a baby with somebody, you have to be in a relationship with them. I said, what the like, and that's her opinion. That's her opinion. That's her opinion. So can I call it stupid? No. Actually, I kind of can, because you know some of the stuff that can come out your mouth, and then you put, in my opinion, at the end. In my opinion, I should be able to call my dad a bitch if he's acting like one, right? I should be able to tell my dad that to his face. In my opinion. In my opinion, I should be able to tell my mom to shut up. In my opinion, that she deserves to be told to shut up. In my opinion, if my mom hit me when I was 4 years old, I have the right to backhand her or try to hit her. In my opinion. In my opinion, I feel I should be able to, you can throw that in my opinion shit in anything. Some stuff is just universally regarded as right and wrong. But I just heard that, I'm all like, damn, like, and then the girls on the podcast were, like, they were just, like, they were just agreeing to that shit. I'm all like, bro, this is crazy. Like, this is, like, really what we're in now. The value of marriage is downhill. And here's the only time they value it. I'm not doing your laundry. I'm not your wife. I see a lot of women who say the whole, I'm not doing X, Y, and Z because I'm not your wife. I would talk about men, but I personally have never heard a man say, I'm not doing this because I'm not your husband. And if I'd ever hear a man say, I'm not doing anything that's husband material until I'm a husband, I have zero respect for that man, because you sound like a bitch. You sound like what the girls be saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only time they try to throw that in there and be like, oh, like, I'm not doing this until I'm a wife, until I get the ring. But then when the ring does come, it's like, oh, y'all act like the ring matters, like that solidifies anything, like that means that somebody can't get cheated on. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, and people listen to it, you know. And this is how I know people listen to it. It's on social media. Social media is corrupting the whole shit. And this is how I knew I was on social media too much. When it would be certain conversations that I wouldn't want to have, because I'm afraid, like, okay, what if it takes this turn? What if it takes that turn? What if it's looked at as insecure? You know where I saw that at? Social media. I said it on other podcasts. If you guys are talking about your past, they make it sound like it's a bad thing. Why should you care about a person's past if you're their future? It's conversation. What's wrong with being aware of something so you don't find out something from something else, from somebody else? I've never had a problem with that until I got on social media and saw somebody talking about it. It's never been a thing in my head. I've talked about my past with other girls or who I've been with, and they told me who they've been with. That was never an issue, but it only became an issue when somebody on Instagram, probably a girl too, was talking about the past that they've been through, or saying that you're not supposed to ask somebody how many partners they've had, whatever. When did it become that? Oh, right, when social media, you know what I'm saying? Somebody on social media started saying some shit like that. It was never that. But that's besides the point. I just think, and most people who have kids before getting married, 9 times out of 10, their kids do the exact same thing. A lot of this shit the kids copy. Like, if they dad had kid before marriage, 9 times out of 10 they have a kid. There's some kids that see that and be like, I don't want that. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Some kids really value that. Me, I didn't know. I'm not super close to all my family. But that made me want to be a family man. That made me want my wife, my kids, all of us like this. And we get along with the immediate person's family. Oh, and that's another thing, immediate family. When you marry somebody, you know what I'm saying? Not how you've already met their family. You might not like everybody in their family, but for the most part, you rock with her or his core people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're cool with them. You guys can have an event in the backyard or at the house and everything goes smoothly. Nothing's ever gonna be perfect, but you like whom you're getting involved with. You like their family, and that's another thing. The family shit that matters. Now, I'm starting to see why some people be like, you know, they only want to marry their race because of culture. Because there's a lot of people who get married and they try too much to bring their culture into their marriage. And what I mean by that is, people want to have multiple weddings. People want to there's certain traditions they want to follow. They want to follow every tradition within their culture, not understanding like, all right, we can do certain things. We can compromise on something, but we're not about to do every last thing that your culture does just to appease your people. No, we're not. Like, you're not marrying them. You're marrying, I'm marrying you. You marrying me. We marrying each other. This is our decision. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can't do what they want to do. We can compromise something, but it's not about we have to follow every last thing just because this is in your culture. Or do you genuinely like this, or is this just something that they're forcing on you? That's another thing too. Those are, and we don't even have those type of combos anymore. If you meet somebody and you have this type of convo, you're going to sound weird because they've never even heard this before. We don't have combos like, hey, like, how's your family with this kid stuff? How's your family with this kid stuff? How are they? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they the type, are they excited to be grandparents? Are they the type that, hey, don't leave your kids with me all the time? Are they super into their culture? Like, are they, these certain little questions we don't have, bro. Like, we don't even have them type of talks, you know? And I know most people have kids before marriage nowadays. And, you know, I probably sound like crazy saying that I'm against it. I'm not even really against it. It's just something I personally prefer. You know, that's just something I personally prefer. Everybody probably has had like a little slip up where, not even a slip up, you just either a slip up or you know what you was doing the nasty without the protection. You know, some have done it more than others. But yeah, Me personally, I'm going for having a kid. I feel like I can raise my kid better. I not even feel like I think I'm pretty sure I can raise. There's gonna be stumbling blocks there, but I can raise my kid. I can raise my kid better in a household with me and my wife than if we in two different. Well, no. I'm not even gonna say that because two-parent households sometimes don't work. There's situations where this kids do grow up better not seeing their parents fight, and they grew up better going to mom's house, going to dad's house, and later they realize, because what a lot of people do, they try to keep the marriage together until the kids are grown. And me, I'm kind of against that for the simple fact, I know it probably sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but I'm not, because I already said that it doesn't always work. I'm not really with the staying together because of the kids, because I'm gonna tell you right now, my wife were to cheat on me, I don't care if we have 10 kids, I'm gone. You don't care about the kids? No, I care about my kids. You did it. You cheated. Try that somewhere else. Because what happens is that when you're staying together for the sole purpose of the kids, you guys aren't growing. Like, you're not getting a life of your own. Your kid is gonna grow up one day. By God's grace, hopefully your kid is able to grow up, right? And then what are you gonna do? What is your dating life like? What is your outside life like? What do you do? What do you do? Are you always going to try to be in your kids' relationships? Are you going to be too a part of your kids' lives? Are you going to let them live their life but give them guidance? What are you going to do? And that's where you don't have anybody. So now every time I'm doing something, you feel the need to butt in and say this and say that. So sometimes I do think kids can flourish in a separate household if parents can't get along. But I'm personally trying to raise my kids together with my wife. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that I just think work better. This is going to work better. I'm not like, and now if you are in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship and y'all have a kid and y'all get married after that, that's cool. You know what I mean? But me personally, I want to be married. But I'm not going to get married until I'm personally ready. I know that might sound selfish, but I'm the one who proposes. I'm going to choose one. Now, if there's 2 years go by and she like, oh, that's too long. I don't want you to leave, but because 2 years, what if I'm not where I want to be mentally, financially? Like, you were with me through the grind, and that's what I wanted. I don't want to get it. I don't want to get all this success and everything I want in life, mental stability, peace, and all this success, money, and then go try to find a girl, because now how do I know what she's there for? You know what I'm saying? I want you to be here for the ride. I want to get all the success, mental stability, mental peace, money, all this. I don't want to get that, then you come. Then I have to go look, I want you to already be here, seeing me work, understanding why I'm up early, why I'm going to sleep late. You know what I'm saying? Watching me do this, watching me really grind and sacrifice a whole lot for my grind. I want that person there. But then I also want that person to understand, like, hey, if I ain't where I want to be up here, I can't propose to you yet. Stick along. I'm not sitting here saying it's about to be a whole 10 years before it happens. I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying, like, stick around. But if you feel like you can't handle that, then shit, unfortunately, you might have to go, then shit, do what you feel is right. I'm at a point where I just don't put shit past anybody, but I'm at a point also where I'm not going to be dumb and lose a good one. Because if you was there with me when I'm recording videos in my parents' crib, you feel me? I gotta reward you when I'm recording videos in our crib. But me personally, like I said, kids born when the marriage is there already, I think it works out better for one, especially if you set a foundation. When in TV, when the dad leaves, what are we, guys? We're leaders. Why are we leaders? Because we don't follow. Why don't we follow? Because nobody knows where they're going. Y'all see that, my wife and kids. But it's some TV shit. But shit like that, I love stuff like that. I love togetherness. I feel like when you're just having a kid with somebody because you chose this person to be your baby mama, you chose this person to be your baby daddy, the togetherness ain't there. It's just some weird shit going on. It rarely works, bro. You rarely see shit. You know what I'm saying? Then, like I said, it happens to the next. It's a cycle. Not and 9 times out of 10, and then what happens is a girl might never have seen a real happy relationship. So now she becomes completely immune to a good relationship. She doesn't even know what a good relationship is because she's only seen co-parenting, fighting, and all that extra shit. So now when she runs into a good man who can give her a good stand-up dude, not a pushover, none of that. Now he can't, like, it's like she repels against it because she ain't seen that. You get what I'm saying? And I'm only speaking on girls doing that because I've never seen a man do that. I've seen men be dogs, and that was just in their nature. But what I'm talking about specifically right now, I've seen girls do that. I've heard it. They haven't seen something good before, so when they get it, they don't know what to do. So my thing is, kids after marriage, you set the tone. You feel me? Is there a possibility it won't work out? Yeah, but probability over possibility. Y'all make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. BamTime Podcast, more podcasts dropping, and I'm gone, man.